Bom dia, everyone. Hopefully everyone's been having a good day. What I've been doing with my day? Well, I've been actually doing a little bit of planning. No, I didn't intend on living down here in my cave all season. I actually did want to do some building. With any big building project, first thing we gotta do is gather a bunch of cobblestone. Use it for just about anything. I know we got scaffolding blocks, but I'm still old school with cobblestone. And we'll have a couple other supplies stored in these shulkers, so we're going to bring these along with us. And off to the surface. So the hidey hole isn't where I'm building today. We're going off to the back end of the island. And if you look around, you might get a little bit of a hint of exactly what we're working with. I don't know if it's super obvious, but just look around. So off camera, I've taken the liberty of already preparing the area for a little bit of the build. Largely what I'd like to do before starting out is leveling off everything, lighting things up so I don't get a mob that just appears right behind me, and then going through and analyzing what kind of build I want to work with. The main thing that's going to be happening here is going to be my farming area that's going to be right in my backyard, so I can basically always have it active when I need it. Additionally though, I need more land spacing. I thought this was going to work, but for what I have envisioned, I need to expand out this island, which is kind of what I've started over here. But instead of just talking about it, let's see a little quick time lapse of me making this island bigger. Ever had something planned out one way in your head, but once you see what it actually looks like, it goes a completely different way? Well, that's kind of what started happening here. I expected doing all these little pits to be a lot faster than it was going, but I just kept running into snags. I didn't think I prepared enough sponges. Either way, it was taking me a lot longer than I expected to get all this stuff done. Just checking I made sure to empty these ones out. I think one of the biggest struggles I was running into was I was making these too large. I think I need to segment these down a lot smaller, which means having to go back to the drawing board, cutting away the sand segments, and just going through a little bit smaller sections. I know it's going to be a lot of extra work, but in the long run, it's going to help to fill everything in. And another water leak. You couldn't really see it since I was down in the pit for most of the recording, but water was my enemy the entire time, and springing these leaks on the side was one of my major problems. I think the best thing I could do is keep working on this a little bit more off camera, expand this land out, and maybe bring you back for a little bit more of an interesting time lapse of me working a little bit more of some surface type stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do now. Let's go ahead and clean this up and bring you back in on a more interesting scene. Much as I love a good time lapse, I figure I'd bring you guys along to see where I kind of got a little creatively stuck. I knew I wanted to build up here along the edge this kind of thicker roof. Let's go ahead and build that one back up. Maybe you'll see exactly where my dilemma is at the moment. Because I figure, you know what, maybe you guys run into this too. You get an ideal in your head of what you want it to look, you start building, and then after you build a little bit of it, you think, no, this isn't exactly what I'm looking for. Or you see it and you're just not quite sold on the ideal. So if you look at the roof, what I'm making, it's kind of a fairly thick looking roof. But on the very top edge, all of this is supposed to be a non-spawnable platform. But if you look here, this top piece is going to be spawnable. So the question is, do I stick with that and just slap some torches up here and call it a day, or I figure out a way to maybe tweak this roof to still look the way I want it to, but still be cognizant of making sure I don't have this this spawnable roof. Because if I walk around spawn, it's one of my pet peeves, is walking around through downtown, all of a sudden a creeper dropping my head just because someone decided to make an aesthetic roof without thinking, hey, what about mobs? Okay, now it's built up the way I wanted to. Let's take a look at option number one. See, this is already going to be a problem. Got a block through here. I was thinking option one, we can put down some half slabs. But I'm looking at that right now. That's not going to look good with that showing through. Okay, so half slabs at this level is definitely going to be a no-no. Other option is we can go stairs here. Just build this back up because I think that's where we have to have it. We can go half slabs here, or we can go stairs. Let's see what the side profile looks like with a couple of stairs here. That was a great flight there. Anyway, so you can still see it from here. As you can see, we got this taper up here. You know, I'm looking at it. In fact, the roof comes a little bit short here, so this overall shape, I gotta tell you, I'm not exactly too happy with it. I think it needs a little bit more tweaking. I don't know whether I need to go bigger, thinner, thicker. What I definitely don't want is mobs. I don't want mobs spawning on top of my roof. So I'm going to keep at this, come up with a few more variations, and I'll bring you guys back in once I got something I'm a little bit more happy with. Alright guys?